Y'all see the lights? Y'all clicked on the video. Y'all know what time it is. Roll it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Channel's name is The Third Ernest. I'm Ernest Adiano the Third. Y'all guys are the third family. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, consider becoming part of the family after you watch the video and you like what you see. Now, for all the diehard NF fans, whether they've been here on the channel before or they haven't, you want to go through the entire playlist. You want to see all the videos that I've reacted to of NF. There's actually an updated playlist with every single video for NF. And who can you thank for that? Not me, because I was too lazy to set up the playlist. You can thank one of the Discord moderators, Rini. She's the one that went through and sorted out all the playlists so that way you can have easy access to NF. And actually, you can thank her for her Patreon request because it's this one right here. So Rini, I appreciate the playlist and I also appreciate getting us back to NF. If you've been here before, you know that I'm super impressed with NF, basically virtually every song. And if I'm not impressed with the song, it's because it was way old, and I'm impressed with the growth from going from that and sticking it out and getting to where he is now with the search and with everything that we see today. So hopefully this song is the same, and to be honest, I'm not expecting any different. But let's just get into it. Throw these headphones on, follow your boy on Instagram and on Twitter at TheThirdErnest, just like the channel, links in the description below, and let's get it. Didn't think I was centered. This is also sounds like Moonlight Sonata. And I don't know if it is or not because it doesn't sound the exact same chord progression or the same melody. But just like 21 Pilots' Neon Gravestones had Moonlight Sonata in it, but at a lower key and a different register, this sounds like it's sampled, like it sampled it, but it's not. But it kind of is.
Yeah. Most of my life's full of sad days. Started at a young age. Yeah. Bought a house, but I've been living on stage. Tryna find a real me, I ain't found it yet. Wake up every morning feeling like I'm guilty. Talk to God, can you hear me? Lately I'm a mess, I don't want no one to help me. Yeah, I don't want no one to help me. And if you think that I'm...
Something that I realized about this Perception album is that, like, is this off Perception? Yeah, it's off Perception. It's got a lot of singing versus like The Search. And I feel like this album was him like finally finding out his sound and figuring out what he wants to say and how he wants to sound. Because for some reason, the last song that I heard off of this album is very Drake-ish. Because Drake was really the breakout star that had like the singing rap type of vibe. Obviously the production is very NF right here, but it sounds like it sounds very influenced by the times and the type of music that was out in 2017. But it's dope how you can find this foundational elements like in this album of eventually what would grow to become The Search. The darker tones, the darker sound, the pitched up sample in the background, what he's talking about in the song, it's all very NF. And this is like the perfect starting point for what would eventually become The Search. It's tight.
I don't want no one to help me, and if you think that I make decisions based off of what you think, then you're wrong. Can't nobody think for me, I got my own thoughts. Sometimes you don't know what you had until it's all gone, till it's all gone. If I took...
That was dope. He said, you can't think for me. Like, if you think that your thoughts are swaying what I do, then you're wrong. I got my own thoughts. I move to the beat of my own drum. I don't care what the critics say. I don't care what people in the rap community say. I'm still gonna do me because that's what my fans are here for, you know? And then that offbeat singing pattern, it's not exactly a triplet pattern. So it's like, it doesn't sound as like, like a normal triplet scheme would. Sounds tight. It was a good switch up.
Sometimes you don't know what you had until it's all gone, till it's all gone. If I took the hand that was dealt me, then I would be nowhere in life. Yeah, I had to think smart. Threw away the deck and got my own cards. Long before I had the money to afford a car.
That's a bar. If I took the hand I was dealt, I wouldn't be anywhere. You wouldn't even know my name right now. And that's a lot of rappers and a lot of people that make it from either broken homes, or they make it from the projects, or they make it from extreme poverty. You're set up to fail if you're at that level of socioeconomic status, or if you come from a broken home, or where your parents weren't really there for you. Like, you're set up to fail. But he's saying I threw away all those cards and I bought my own deck before I could even buy a car. Like, I put all my eggs into this basket. There was nothing that was gonna be there for me to fall back on, so I had to make this work. It's tight.
Long before I had the money to afford a car. I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. Following my dreams. Yeah, I've been doing me. I've been doing me. I've been.
You see like the darker chords, the darker progression of the music on top with like that really pitched up sample of that girl singing. It's very similar to Only, but Only is a way better, way more refined version of this track. you know?
I've been doing me, following my dreams, yeah, I've been doing me. Most of my life's full of regrets, things I wanna take back, yeah. Wrote you a letter, wish that I had never sent that. Didn't even make sense, I don't even know. All I know is I get lower on the weekends. They tell me I should make friends, I just sit at home. Lately I've been off the deep end, yeah. I've been off the deep end, and if you think that I'm about to change.
I like the way he like transitions into the singing portion, and then right before he goes back to that offbeat rhythm pattern. That's such a clean way to transition from like the very talkative portion of the verse, and then transition into the offbeat rhythm kind of heavier rapping pattern of the verse. And I never thought about people who like feel that pressure whenever the weekend comes, because their week is so fully consumed with whatever they're doing, work or school or whatever. They don't have time to sit there and think. So they don't have time to let their thoughts take over and let anxiety and let depression kick in. But when the weekend comes and your thoughts are no longer distracted by anything, it's got to be a struggle for some people. See, these are the things where if you're not going through it, you're not even going to think about it like that. But people who gravitate toward NF, they're like, oh shit, someone mainstream, someone big has the same type of struggles I do. And that's why he has the dedicated, loyal fan base he does. But the singing transition right here is fire.
Yeah, I've been on the deep end, and if you think that I'm about to change who I am just for you, then you're so wrong. As a kid, I built a house around my broke car. Sometimes you don't know what you had until it falls apart, till it falls apart. If I took the hand that was dealt me, then I would be nowhere in life. Yeah, I had to think smart. Threw away the deck and got my own cards, long before I had the money to afford a car. I've been doing me, I've been doing me, yeah, I've been doing me, I've been doing me, following my dreams, yeah, I've been doing me.
Yeah, it's just the song is dope. The production is good, the melody and the singing portion is good. The transition into that like offbeat flow, to come in on the first and second verse, so that way it doesn't seem like one portion of the song is heavier or one portion had more thought into it. The song sounds very evenly balanced. It's fire.
Following my dreams, yeah, I'm just doing me, yeah, I'm just doing me. I'm reminiscing back to both of us laughing, playing old records, thinking every one of them's classic. Windows down, we on the street, up in Michigan rapping. We talked about it, but never really knew it could happen. My confidence about it.
See, this is tight right here, because the first portion of the song, this is the bridge, but this sounds like the actual, what we would expect the rapping in the song to be. It's almost like he had two verses and two hooks in order to like introduce what he's actually saying right here. And I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know if he's talking to his friends. I don't know if he's talking to his family, his girlfriend, his wife. I'm not sure.
I'm reminiscing back to both of us laughing, playing old records, thinking every one of them's classic. Windows down, we on the street, up in Michigan rapping. We talked about it, but never really knew it could happen. My confidence about as low as the gases. We didn't have the money for it, so we turned the key backwards and sit in parking lots for hours till the battery crashes. I think that we related, cause both of us were looking for answers a couple months.
Yo. Okay, now this is like bar worthy right here. Now that's a bar worthy. He's reminiscing on a simpler time, and like, yes, he has all the success that he does, but it's like J. Cole says, sometimes he thinks that being broke was better because life wasn't as complicated. Life wasn't as crazy or as fast as it moves now. But he said, reminiscing all the times when my confidence was as low as the gas is, so they couldn't go anywhere. They would just sit in park with the key reversed and listen to music until the battery in the car died. Yo, that image right there is a whole vibe. This is where NF's storytelling capability comes out, and that was fire. Because it's such a bittersweet memory. Like, you achieved what you wanted to, you achieved all your dreams, but sometimes you just reminisce and think about how much easier life was when we were poor back then. And all we had was just the two of us. That's dope.
Just sit in parking lots for hours till the battery crashes. I think that we related, cause both of us were looking for answers a couple months ago. I drove into Gladwin, got me all of my feelings. There's something about being somewhere that's familiar, pulling the gas station. Open up the tank, then I fill it, then laugh. Would I move back? Not in a million, but I appreciate the memories we had. I know you've been calling, sorry I never called back. I know I've been distant, you know I never meant that. You can tell the family how I'm doing if they ask. I'm just doing me.
That whole last part right there was fire. Fire. So fire, we're gonna listen to it again.
Both of us were looking for answers a couple months ago. I drove into Gladwin, got me all of my feelings. There's something about being somewhere that's familiar, pulling the gas station. Open up the tank, then I fill it, then laugh. Would I move back? Not in a million, but I appreciate.
Would I move back? Not in a million to make the rhyme scheme fit. Yo, this right here is the type of storytelling that I love, because we all have those spots that make us like transport us back and you can remember like it was yesterday. We all have those songs where you can like remember exactly the first time, or you can remember what you were doing when you heard it for the first time. You can remember who you were with and how easy life was and like how simple it all was back then. And it's bittersweet because it's not like you want to go back. You don't want that again. It's just that memory is something that's very peaceful to hold on to. Like for some reason, I have no idea why, I can remember exactly the moment when I was listening to the song Over by Drake. I was playing Call of Duty, I was playing Xbox 360, Modern Warfare, the original one. And I can picture my movements in the game whenever I hear that song. Like the individual like map, the individual game I was playing, I can picture those same exact movements. I was playing Downpour, the song Over was playing. I was on that wall where those 2 silos are at, and then you can crawl through and be in the woods right next to the greenhouses. I can remember all that shit, and I have no idea why. I just see it. I see my brother playing in his room, the same game. It's just one of those memories where I remember like we're all grown up. My brother's about to graduate from college. I'm 30. I'm about to be a licensed financial advisor. Everything is what we wanted it to be in life. But back then, I didn't know who I was. My brother was maybe 13. Like, it's just a peaceful memory that I have, and that's what he's talking about right here. He goes to this individual gas station and he remembers those times. Not that he wants them back, but it brings back smiles. It brings back good memories. It's fire.
But I appreciate the memories we had. I know you've been calling, sorry I never called back. I know I've been distant, you know I never meant that. You can tell the family how I'm doing if they ask. I'm just doing me.
It's fire. Yo, that was fire. And you know what makes it dope? The NF twist that he puts on it is that normally when people talk about achieving their dreams, they're talking about it like in the most utmost, like it's the highest peak that they've ever achieved in their life. But for a song that's talking about achieving your dreams and you doing you and making it to the highest peak that you thought you would, it's a very somber, it has a very somber tone to it. This song right here was fire for sure though. Rini, I appreciate your request. But that's the end of today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you see, please consider liking and leaving a comment down below. That type of stuff helps the algorithm catch it and send it out there to other people. If you like what you see enough and more of the analytical breakdown and more of the deeper dive in terms of review and lyrics and all that, please consider subscribing, because that's how we do it around here. Follow your boy on Instagram and on Twitter at TheThirdErnest, just like the channel. Links in the description. Shout out to the Discord. Also hit up the Discord if you want to talk to me. If you want to talk to like-minded people that subscribe to this channel, Discord is where to do it. Also, link down in the description below. But that's it. I really appreciate everybody's time. I know you can watch your reactions anywhere, but you choose to do it here with me, and that shit means the world to me. So I really appreciate it. But like I always say at the end of all of my videos, go out there in the world, love and care for one another, love and care for each other. I'll catch everybody on the next video. Peace.